Hey everyone, welcome to Patriot Reader's Soapbox. Usually I give you my commentary on the news today, but today I'm going to be giving you my 2020 presidential election predictions and predictions for what's going to happen after that. So when I say 2020 predictions, I mean like starting like right now in politics and then ending probably around 2022, 2024. Let's get started, shall we? So first of all, I'm just going to say that Trump's going to get impeached. He just will. I mean, it's not because he's done anything wrong, but because the Democrats control the House, and so they can impeach him. I think that there's a lot. There already are members of the Democratic Party who do not want to impeach, but I think Nancy Pelosi has enough of them on her side, and a couple of Republicans, unfortunately, that will impeach Trump. So Trump's gonna get impeached by probably New Year's or so, and then it's going to go to the Senate for trial. But because you need 67 votes to convict in the Senate, since that's a 2/3 majority, and there's only 47 Democrats, and I mean, Mitt Romney and Jeff Flake might, on the Republican side, might join, but still, that's only 49. So even if they set that one, even if they vote no on impeachment, or even if they vote yes on impeachment, then Trump's going to get acquitted by the Senate. So after that, it'll be disastrous for the Democratic Party. First of all, Trump will be able to claim total exoneration as he did after the Mueller trial because, let's face it, all these investigations have been building up to impeachment. Nancy Pelosi says no one came to Congress to impeach Trump, but didn't Rashida Tlaib say we're going to impeach the MFer when she got sworn in? Yeah. A lot of people came to Congress to impeach. That's what all the investigations were about, regardless of what they say. It all led up to impeachment. And so after the impeachment fails, if they're going to immediately say, oh, we got to try again, that's not going to play well with the American people. So not only is Trump going to be able to claim total exoneration and blame the Democrats for wasting 3 years on investigations when they could have been doing other things like, I don't know, signing USMCA or trying to help or trying to see if they can get drug prices lowered any way at all, or negotiating a better trade deal with China. They could have been doing all of that, but they wasted all the time on investigations. So Trump's going to be pissed and will use that as leverage against the Democratic Party in the election. Voters are going to be pissed, both Republicans because all that time wasted, and Democrats because now their candidates are going to lose because they all joined the impeachment bandwagon and now it's failed. I think that a lot of the candidates a lot of the people in Congress in safe seats like Nancy Pelosi, because she's in San Francisco, the most liberal little county or liberal city in America. So Nancy Pelosi won't go anywhere. She'll win. AOC, she'll probably win because New York's pretty safe for Democrats. But any of those Democrats who are in seats that from districts that Trump won in 2016, those Democrats who gave the Democratic Party the majority in the House in 2018, they're gone. They're gonna lose for sure because their voters will be mad since they voted for Trump that they wasted all that time on impeaching and it didn't go anywhere. So, and because it said, we don't want to impeach Trump. So, yeah, they're going to lose in 2020 in their own races. I think maybe even some of the people in safe seats might actually lose because their voters will be pissed that they couldn't beat Trump and will put someone in who they think could beat him. You know what I mean? As far as the Democratic candidates currently running, I think they'll all take quite a hit because they all have, at this point, said, we should impeach Trump. But then the Senate acquitted him, so a lot of them will probably try to walk back their claims. Some will keep it up. But ultimately, it's going to hurt him. I think that even if Trump weren't impeached, Elizabeth Warren is going to get nominated for the Democratic Party. Here's why. I view Elizabeth Warren as sort of the blue Trump. What I mean by that is they both have that populist, anti-establishment message. That way, riling up their base, trying to hold passionate rallies, that kind of thing. Except Trump supports conservative causes, Elizabeth Warren supports progressive ones. That's the difference between Trump and Elizabeth Warren, what they support. So Warren's going to get nominated also because she's done the best at pushing forth a vision, like make America great again. That's a vision. That is a vision that Trump gave to the American people. It's also really a Rorschach test because it said something that vague. That was genius because it said more about the voters than it did about Trump. Like, make America great again can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Because it depends. Because what do you view as America? What do you view as greatness? And the word again implies that America was great at some point, but now isn't. So when was America great, and when it become not great, right? I mean, depending on who you are, you can answer that question in a lot of different ways. So the vagueness of Make America Great Again, genius. Warren also is pushing. She has a wide range of proposals that she's proposed, and her vision, I would say right now, is like is is heavily regulated capitalism, like an America where the power of the big corporations is kept in check, where they still exist, but they serve the stakeholder, not the shareholder. You know, like that kind of thing, like that sort of like populist vision. She's almost like Robespierre if you think about it. You know, the guy who beheaded a bunch of people in the French Revolution. I think he and Elizabeth Warren might get along pretty well. So yeah, she's gonna get nominated. She's gonna crush Joe Biden because his Democratic Party is gonna reject the old white guy. Bernie Sanders isn't gonna win because not only is he super old and had a heart attack, but he also is pretty much the male version of Elizabeth Warren. So again, the Democratic Party will swing more towards identity politics and reject the white guy for the white woman because, you know, she can check off the woman box on the Democratic Party's victim card, which I could go on forever about how dumb the whole victim thing is, and identity politics itself, but that's for another thing. Right now, I'm just giving my predictions of what's going to happen. So after summer, when the general election campaign will officially start, because it'll be Trump versus Warren, not Trump versus the Republican candidates and the Democratic candidates versus each other, and it'll be quite the show on the debate stage. Ratings will skyrocket for the media as they see that these two hotheads put up against each other. I think Trump will be able to just barely eke out a victory against Warren like he did against Hillary. I think he'll probably win the popular vote this time around, though. Unlike how he did in 2016. So after Trump wins, he'll be able to get a lot more of his agenda through because while he is technically a lame duck at that point because he can't run again, he also will be able to, if anyone tries to say that they're going to impeach him, he'll be able to say, hey, you tried that once and you lost. I haven't done anything since. So, too bad, sucker. The Republicans will also take back both houses of Congress, or both chambers in Congress, Senate and House. So pushing Trump's agenda through should be far easier. As far as 2024 elections go, given that we're not even at 2020 yet, I honestly have to say I don't really have a candidate in mind for 2024 as a successor for Trump. Maybe Mike Pence because he's the vice president, and I mean that's happened a few times in presidential history. I mean, Bush Sr. was Reagan's vice president and then won, and some vice presidents became president once their president died, and they went on to win their own elections. Like that happened to Harry Truman. That happened to Lyndon Johnson. That happened to Teddy Roosevelt. Andrew Johnson, though, Lincoln's VP, he came to power after Lincoln, but he failed to win an election. So yeah, those are my 2020 predictions. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Patriot vs. Soapbox.